that conversation is, especially for all you young guys, because I'm young myself. I'm 25. I'll be 26 next Tuesday. So this will definitely impact people that are 18 to 24, even on people that are older, especially for all of us men out there who are just trying to get their lives in order, who are working on get their lives in order. I want you guys to understand something. You cannot call yourself a man. You can't call yourself an alpha. You can't call yourself that dude unless you got God in your life first. You understand? You need to have the spiritual foundation.
That's very interesting. I like the take on it. And a lot of people might disagree, but I think yo Zenyi, is this the video, right? Yo, Zenyi, let me know. Zenyi, shoot me an email, man, so you can hop on the panel. But you know what? I haven't heard this side before, unless, Zenyi, I'm playing the wrong video. But let me know, bro. Let me know. But I haven't heard that before, so let's continue. I want to see where you take this. This is interesting.
And what I mean by that is that spiritual foundation has to be rooted in God. People may call him Allah. People may call him Jesus. People may call him Yahweh. Anything, all those names is just the same being. Okay? I want you all to understand that. You guys cannot even progress in life if you do not have the spiritual foundation in life. And the reason why this is so important is because now in 2020, the world is crazy. The world is crazy.
I like that. I don't know about, Allah and everybody's the same, because I know Buddha, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I like that. I think that that's a topic that's not talked about because a lot in the red pill spaces. But I think that having a spiritual foundation is intricate to your character as a man. You see, some of these YouTubers, they don't care about anything but the money. And they tell you straight up, I'm just here to promote, female fuckery, pay me. And then they cuss their own viewers out. Literally, you have content creators who will cuss out their subscribers because they're not donating enough. Sucker shit. I don't respect that. That's corny. That's corny, man. Like, how can you cuss out your subscribers because they're not donating enough, So having a spiritual foundation in regards to who you are as a man, it shows that you're deeply rooted. And if you actually have read the Bible, I haven't read the Quran. I'm pretty sure some of you have, but I haven't. But I've read the Bible a couple times in my life. And basically, if you look at it, if you look at the Bible in regards to how it can enhance your life, I don't see anything wrong with it, because what it does is it tells you how to live your best life. But it's a hard thing to do because basically you got to be perfect. But anyway, let me continue playing this.
There's not a lot of spiritually rooted men out there. And the reason why this is so important is because in order to become a high value man, you must be high value in spirit first. And the reason why is because God will literally tell you to try him. And what that means is he was going to show that he's present through your actions. Okay? He's going to show himself through the action that you do. So if you're building yourself up, if you're on your purpose, and you are sitting here and you're going through your trials and tribulations, because as men, we're going to go through that. It's supposed to happen. But if your spiritual foundation is unbreakable, you can go through these foundations. I mean, you can go.
Yeah. What the brother's saying is truth. In my early 20s, man, I had some issues in life, like anybody does, financially, because when you're 20 years old, you're broke, right? And if you're not ready for it, bro, it could break you. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the things, people have to understand is that there's certain things that will happen in life to test you. And really, how do you respond to that? How do you respond to that? Are you going to panic? Because fam, like I'm telling you, man, like it can get real, man. It can get real. Because I would get to a mode, I don't even know how to explain it, but where it'd be just like heaviness of the mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you have a situation happen in your life and it's like you wake up and your mind is just bogged down by heaviness, the weight of it, because you're so worried, like it's like a spirit of anxiety, you know what I'm saying? But let's continue. That's dope. That's dope.
Go through these trials and tribulations and still come out all right. Sure, you're gonna have some battle scars. You're gonna have some, you know, you're gonna have some different outlooks on life. But this is what you're supposed to do. This is what's supposed to happen. I'm sorry, that's my phone. This is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be spiritually found. You're supposed to be spiritually rooted. So yes, praying does help. This may sound, oh, he sounds religious. He must be a Christian. He's gonna sit there and preach to us. Nah, fam, I ain't preaching at all. I'm not preaching in the slightest. I'm just giving you some insight, because I'm telling you right now, that good book, the same Bible, the same book that everybody seems to talk so much shit about, has so much knowledge in it. Okay?
That's basically what I just said. If you read the Bible and if you've read it and you really like analyze it, there's a lot of wisdom in the Bible, bro. Like, just read Psalms. Read the book of Ecclesiastes, read Proverbs. Like, there's a lot of knowledge in those books, man, in those chapters. Proverbs? Whew. Proverbs 30, where the mother's talking to her son about, you know, not women. That was like pure red pill knowledge, my nigga. Pure red pill knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people want to be dismissive, but a lot of people have never read the Bible in their life. And if they have read the Bible, they have never analyzed it thoroughly.
As so much knowledge.
I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying a lot of people. Facts.
And if you don't believe me, take a look at it. Specifically, I want you to take a look at the chapters take a look at the book of Proverbs.
See?
And the reason why I say that
Facts.
specific book is because, and I mean the Old Testament, not the New Age bullshit they got now. The Old Testament version. And the reason why I say that is because it tells you how to deal with women. And we listen, all of us are young. We all want to deal with women. We all want to sit there and we want women to chase us and everything. But that comes at a price. You got to understand, women were brought on this earth to serve. Yes, society may make you believe, oh, women were brought on this earth to be the top dog. No, that's not the case at all. Adam was created first and Eve was created from him to provide him company. But at the same time, you also got to look at that story as well. It was Eve who deceived Adam into eating
and you know what? I like Zenyi. One of the things is with the high value spirit, right? One of the reasons when you look at certain people, okay, that can be bought, then they're no different than, you know, one of these OnlyFans thoughts. Because if you can buy anybody for the right price, then that means that they can be compromised. And we need people that are unwavering in their belief, unwavering in their faith, that can't be compromised or bought. Look at the corruption that's going on with politicians, with these movie stars. And by the way, I want to address a rumor, okay? I want to address something. I posted something on my Instagram today where somebody says, oh, bro, you're throwing up hand signs now? I'm so disappointed. My nigga, just because I have my hand a certain way doesn't mean I'm part of the Illuminati. Some of you niggas are so dumb. Like, a nigga got his hands like that. Nigga, I was in a suit. It was a masculine stance. It's not like, oh, hey, I'm signaling to the secret brotherhood of the Masonic Assemble because I want to be part of the Illuminati. Some of you niggas are so dumb. For real. Like, and nigga, look, a nigga does something with their hands, and oh, he's Illuminati. Got him. Good Lord, man. Some of you Negroes need help, man. Like I said, man, y'all watch too many conspiracy videos, man. Facts.
Fruit that got them banned from the Garden of Eden. So you got to look at it like that too. There's a scripture in Proverbs that says a woman's words will be as a woman's words will be as smooth as gold. But if you go down that path, it'll be as bitter as wormwood. Basically saying is, a woman who doesn't know you will give you all the compliments in the world and will sit there and tell you, oh, hey, you know what? I think you're sexy. I think you're this. I think you're that. And of course, you're going to fall into it because let's be real here. A lot of us got low self-esteem. Come on now. A lot of them do. So if a woman starts paying you compliments, the first thing you're going to do is, oh my God, she's into me. Thank you so much. Thank the Lord. But in actuality, it's just a form of manipulation, because once she has you hooked, and once she has you where she wants you, it switches up. And guess what? It's going to happen to where everything, your life will become a living hell. This is why I said you need to have a spiritual foundation, because believe it or not, the enemy will try to send certain women your way in order to throw you off.
Yeah, bro. I'm so glad you bring that up. Now, I'm officially at day 368 or 369 in NoFap, and day 13 in semen retention, bro. And when I was doing NoFap, now you guys know my definition is NoFap is when you're not fapping, but I was still like dealing with women. But it got insane to the point that, I was having so many women, I was getting so many matches, bro. And I wasn't even like, I never get matches like that on Bumble and these dating apps, but I was getting so many matches. And then you got to realize, yeah, man, I mean, some people might say, well, maybe it's because of the NoFap energy. Bro, I don't know about that, bro. How can a woman know that you're matching with on the internet that you're a NoFap, bro? Like, she's just looking at your picture and thinking, oh, his energy level is 9,000. I'm gonna swipe right. No, bro. I mean, I think Zenye has a point, because you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised, man. Like I said, when you start doing NoFap and semen retention, bro, and I've talked about it, there's spiritual warfare that happens. A lot of people think that's cap, but once you go through it yourself, you'll see. Don't take my word for it. Try it yourself. Try it yourself.
Whenever you're on your purpose, Satan will push back on you the hardest. And this is what a lot of men don't understand. This is why you have to get your spiritual foundation in check. This is why you have to get your mind in check. Because if a man masters his desires, and if a man masters his emotions, and if the man masters his spirit, we're going to get into that in different videos. But if a man masters all those three things, guess what? The world can't overtake him. And I want you guys to understand this. Yes, I'm the same age as you, and I had to learn these things. What was it? When I was younger, I was read the book of Revelations.
This brother is smart, bro. This brother is smart. It's funny. I remember, and you guys are gonna laugh or whatever, but I remember there was a point in my life where my life was just messed up. Literally was messed up, right? And then, like, I was a desperate point. I was desperate. I was very desperate in my life because I was just struggling with everything financially. My self-esteem was down because I had dealt with a woman. That's literally the definition of a black succubus. And I was desperate. And I prayed to God for 4 hours, just praying fervently. I've never prayed like that in my life. And I've never prayed like that since. But that 4 hours, bro, like literally, it felt like no cap, but it felt like after I was done praying, dog, I felt like Goku coming out of the hyperbolic time chamber when his hair went from black to gold, bro. I know a lot of people think it was crazy, but can you imagine praying for 4 hours? What would compel somebody to pray for 4 hours? You would have to be desperate, right? You would really have to be desperate. And I prayed, bro. And then after I was done praying, bro, like, I don't know, bro, but I had changed. Now, of course, here's where things get interesting. As soon as I had prayed like that, then, I found the game. I found the red pill. I found all that. And I was out, like O'Shea would say, saddling it up. You know what I'm saying? Saddling it up, brother. I was saddling it up Facts.
when I was a child. So yes, definitely I have to be grateful to my late and great grandparents for showing me that. I really do, because they were the ones who showed me what this world is going to come to. Back then, the book looked kind of crazy. Like, the Revelations looked a bit off. Like, man, what are you talking about? Ain't none of this going to happen. Now look at 2020 with the great pestilence and plague, nation rising up against nation, a whole bunch of fraud and all that. So now you see everything that was said in the Bible was coming to fruition. And as far as when it comes to women go,
you know, I find it interesting, and I like his take on the high value spirit, right? Because right now the main topic, and we did this on the 7 yesterday, is, you know, we're talking about high value, but we don't talk about the mindset of being high value, or like he's talking about this, right? And I think that you have to ask yourself, you know, and let's be honest, who sits around drinking wine and says, I am a high value person because I'm drinking wine out of an expensive glass? You know, the fake Taz laugh. You know, nobody's doing that, bro. But you know what? He's saying something real, man, because you have to have a spiritual foundation, especially in times like these, bro. I was reading an article yesterday that there's a rise in food shortages in Minnesota, right? That there's a big rise right now. And, you know, I've been talking about the food shortage here and there, and a lot of people think I be capping and this and that. But there was an article that came out that there's not enough food in my state. I mean, come on, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Read Proverbs. Really take a look at that book. I'll go into more detail about it. I'll put that video up on Patreon, but I'm going to go into more detail about that. But I want you guys to understand, you guys have to have a foundation in Christ. And it is very important, because once you do, you look at the world in a spiritual lens. Okay? And that spiritual lens will allow you to see things. It would allow you to see things that you couldn't see before. It will allow you to have, it would allow you to have a better perception and better insight. And as far as this is part 1 of a 5-part series. If you guys like it, let me know in the comments and I'll gladly make some more. But this is something that you guys need to understand.
I like this. I like this.
Towards something,
I'm fucking with this.
And God says, I help those who help themselves. So if you're trying to accomplish something, pray on it, even while you're working towards it. Because if God sees that you're working towards it, it's going to happen. I promise you it's going to happen. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yo, Zenyi, man, check your email, bro. Check your email. I'm rocking with this. I'm rocking with this, bro. I fuck with this. Excuse my language, but I'm rocking with that, bro. I'm rocking with that. I like that. I'm gonna have to rename the stream now, though. I like that. I'm rocking with this. I'm rocking with that. That's a dope video. Dope video. You know, so often. Wait, before I get into my thought, let me read the super chats. Shout out to Red Sings the Blues. He says, $5 donation. He says, donation to you. I see you and Zenyi has been a regular on my podcast. Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to Red Sings the Blues. You guys check out his YouTube channel. He's always supporting, always doing his thing. You know, shout out to the brother. Mr. Dump, your boyfriend, 305. What up? What up with the $5 super chat? Thank you. Mr. Dump, your boyfriend says, "Hey, Solo, you are part of the Illuminati. You just don't see it yet." Okay, bro. Well, if I'm part of the Illuminati, they're not paying me enough. Nigga. I can tell you that. I can assure you that. You know what I'm saying? Red Sings the Blues says, there's a war and sometimes you lose the battle, but if you quit, you lose. Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Solo?
Hey,
And
what's
also
going on?
shout out to Red Sings the Blues. Like when I did find all these red pill content, I was like, I'm gonna support everybody. So I support you, Donovan Sharp, even the smaller content creators. And that's what inspired me to create my content. Like when I made that video, I want to come from it from a spiritual standpoint, because it's like a lot of these red pill content creators, they want the money, they want the women, but you don't understand. You sleep with a lot of women, you start transferring different spirits to you. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm saying? You have a lot of different of negative spirits to you, and this is something that my matter of fact, this is something that my mom told me. She was like, "Listen, you're gonna get to a point in your life where you're gonna come to a lot of women, but be careful because they can transfer curses through their body. That's what Jezebel did with King
Mm.
Ahab in the Bible, and I'm gonna make a video on that later on today. But yeah,
Okay.
like that's the reason why I made that, is because a lot of young dudes, they see these big channels and they're like, oh, how I'm supposed to get there. It starts in the spirit first, fam, because the spirit and the mind are connected. If you have a positive spirit and a positive mind, guess what? You can become great. You feel
Mm.
me? Like that's why I made that. Like, I'm gonna share a little personal secret with you guys, because I consider you guys family. Like me, you wouldn't believe that I'm legally blind. You wouldn't believe that. Like if I told you, if we met in person, you'd be like, "What the? There's no way that this dude is legally blind. So there's no way that he make content like this." Yes, it's possible because spiritual foundation. I had to learn this when I was young. You'll be surprised when you on your purpose, your detractors will be the closest people that you considered friends and such. You feel what I'm talking about? Because
Yeah.
I was watching one of your videos, Solo, and you said one of my friends who I told my dreams about laughed at me, and now he's watching some of my videos. I
Yeah,
was like,
and he's not a friend no more either. So
exactly, exactly. So I'm like, you know what? Yo, I'm like, okay, so I know for a fact you're not you're not lying, because when I told certain people, even certain family members who are no longer family members about this, they laughed at it and they wouldn't even subscribe. But now, the moment I'm up, or the moment, family's doing good, the first thing they want to reach out, hey, can I borrow this or that? So yeah, I completely understand where you was coming from. And I'm gonna be honest, your channel resonated with me the most is because you were the first one to start mentioning the spiritual aspect of it.
you know what, Zen, you hold on. I'm gonna address that point in 1 second. I still got to read a couple more super chats. I promise.
Sure.
Shout out to Six Sounds with the 199 super sticker. Appreciate you, bro. Yak Diesel with the 499 super chat. He says, in your opinion, why are so many members and content creators in the Black manosphere so offended by high value being attached to money? I think that Unplugged Fit, salute to him. He brought up an excellent point.
He did.
Because
Myron is incredible.
yeah, what Unplugged Fit said yesterday is that when a man is doing something, right, where he's doing it at a high level, he's getting money, he's building, he's building wealth. Hold up, Zed, let me finish, bro. Let me
Oh
finish.
no, I'm sorry. I was stretching. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put you on mute. You got a little bit of background noise. But what Unplugged Fit was saying is that a lot of men will feel a certain type of way because it reflects on where they are in life. Basically, what it shows is that, hey, if a guy like Unplugged Fit, who's in great shape, what I'm saying, six-pack abs, makes six figures, lives in Miami in a condo, smashes hot girls, and then another guy watches him, but you live in Janae style in 5x5 bedroom on a twin bed at your mama's house, and I'm not knocking that for the guy, but and then you living at your mama's house, you work in a job that you hate, you're not making good money, you're out of shape. A guy's gonna resent that because he's gonna realize that I'm not where I want to be. And so I personally think that for me, when I look at a situation like that, where I see a Donovan Sharp or I see a Unplugged Fit or I see a Kevin Samuels. That motivates me, dog. That inspires me. Because I remember when Kevin came up or was trying to come up, and instantly you see how Kevin was moving. He was on this panel. He was doing shows with this person. So he was moving, creating, networking on YouTube. And then the way he already started with his, brand, how he presented his content. So Kevin from the jump, he came in with a game plan. And a lot of people don't do that. And then also what Kevin did, which is smart, is he didn't falter. He didn't falter. And see, and this is one of the things I got to keep it real. A lot of these guys come on YouTube and they're like, they think that, Solo, let me come on your show and that they're going to blow up. No, you're not going to blow up from coming on my show. What I do is I may give you a platform, but here's the thing. If you're not a good content creator or you're not at the level yet, then it might take some time. That's what it is, because not everybody's gonna come out and be a AMS or be a Steph is cold, because not everybody's built like that. And you have some content creators who don't realize that. I'll be trying to tell them, I'll be trying to give them some game, and then they are dismissive. But I've been doing this for a while. It's not about how many years you're in it. Right? It's about the quality of your content. So what that means is that it may take you 50 videos, 100 videos. Hell, it might even take you 1,000 videos to get to a level where you want to be. And then that still might not be enough. Everybody's different. And I think that some people don't recognize the hard work, because when they see me, they're like, oh, well, Solo makes this look so easy. I can do it. No, bro, I've been doing this for a long time. That's a fact. Now, Zen, you mentioned something earlier. Dang, I forgot what you mentioned.
What was it? But yeah, actually, what you're saying is 100% true, because it's like, yeah, I watch AMS and Steph is cold and everything. They're on their purpose, and they did what they had to do. Also, I do watch Kevin as well. I was watching some of his old videos where he was on for 2 hours long, and you can see the transition of how he came up. I completely understand, and watching him motivated me. When I saw Donovan's transition from his studio to its current, that motivated me. So I completely understand. I can't knock a man who's on his purpose, because I'm trying to do the exact same thing. A man will not knock another man who is on his purpose when he's doing the same thing. You're gonna appreciate it, because now when you look at the work that they put in, you see it from a different standpoint. Before I became a YouTuber, I would look at these videos. Oh, these videos are cool. But now when I watch them, I like, you know what? I see the progress behind it. I see the editing. I see the long hours of.
Zenny, let me ask you this, because Yak Diesel brings up a good point. What is your thoughts on why do you think that men in the black manosphere get offended by high value being attached to money?
Because they don't want to put in the work.
Wait, say it again, bro.
They don't want to put in the work. Understand? They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the work. And the reason why they don't want to put in the work is because they're lazy. They're lazy.
Facts.
They're lazy. All they do is they want to sit on the couch all day, play video games. They want to drink liquor. They want to sit there and collect food stamps all day. No, that's not it. If you want to be a high value man, you got to put in the work. Nothing in life is easy. If you want something, you got to work for it. If everything was easy and free, the definition of a high value man would not have all these requirements.
Right. Hold on. Let me read this super chat real quick. Red Sings the Blues. Thank you, bro. He says, I took a risk with my limited money flow and living with my parents to make a podcast. And I wouldn't even start beef with anyone. I collab with people because in order to be high value, talk to them. Yeah. Shout out to Red Sings the Blues.
Exactly. Shout out to Red Sings the Blues. He has an amazing podcast.
Yeah, salute to him. And also, shout out to Hops272 with the $5 Cash App. Hey, shout out to you, Hops. Sprinkle, no Shira 7. Emma Z with the $2 super chat. Even MJ was cut from the team. his first tryouts, yeah, he was cut from
Yeah.
the varsity team because he wanted to make varsity. He still didn't make JV though. A lot of people don't realize that. But yeah. Reaper says high value is about money to a degree. It's not fair or fun. It's just facts. You can't make men not like youth and fertility, and you can't make women not respect resources. Definitely. I definitely think that with the high value aspect, there's a lot of it's a rare trade. Not everybody's gonna make six figures, but I think Zanny, you took it to a spiritual perspective. Why did you do that?
The reason why I did it is because there's a lot. Okay, I took it to the spiritual perspective is because that's where the high value starts. You got to understand. Even God said, just like I said in the video, God said, try him. So if God sees that you're trying to become high value, you're putting in the work, you're praying, and you're sitting there, you're putting in that effort, he's gonna make it happen. It even says in the Bible, yo, try me. Like God is the dude that will be like, yo, try me, and I'm gonna help you make it happen. You feel me? And if you stay on that path, it's gonna happen. Now, understand this: when that does happen, you're gonna have a lot of Jezebels coming your way too. You have a lot of Jezebels trying to throw you off. And just like you guys said in the panel yesterday, which was excellent, by the way, you gotta have to cut women out. And that's the spiritual aspect of it. You gotta make sure you gotta be comfortable in your own spirit. What that means is be comfortable with yourself. Because if you constantly need a woman by you, you are not high value. I'm sorry, it is what it is. You can't sit there and be claiming that you're high value spiritually if you need someone else to complete you. You feel me? Because what they bring and you take in will affect you in many different ways. That's why I made it on a spiritual aspect.
I want to just say thank you guys for coming on. I wasn't planning on doing a show. I just announced the winner on the AirPod show, and a lot of you cats missed out, by the way. Y'all could have entered, but so I appreciate Xenia being on.
Thank you for subscribing.
I think that another thing is with this whole high value debate, right? I think that a lot of people who are offended by it are not high value. Let's keep it 100.
Of course.
Because if they were high value, they would be like, y'all talking about me, I'm good. But I think that also high value is not, one thing I like of what you did is that I think there are different levels of high value. So for example, you can be high value in regards to your moral character, right? How you move. You can be a high value towards your mindset. So what that means is you're not rich, but you have a high value mindset where you're positive. You're always, whenever there's an obstacle, you're able to maneuver around. And you mentioned that, Zenny, in your video where, people will go through difficult times, but they don't know how to respond to that. And I think that a lot of people don't realize is that when you look at a person who is high value, they have an unbreakable mindset. Even if they're dealing with a harsh situation, that they're able to look at the positive. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And a lot of dudes don't understand that. For example, William Shakespeare said it best. I forgot what play it was, but he said, a coward will die many times before he meets his actual death, and the valiant shall only taste death but once. Meaning what he's saying is, for your moral standpoint, if you're not strong in your moral standpoint, if you're not unbreakable, you will spit on the same morals that you claim you stand by, or you will stamp on the God that you claim you serve. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're sitting and if you're unbreakable, you're unmovable on your square, then guess what? Everybody can say anything they want about you, but it won't affect you because your actions say otherwise. For example, look at Kevin. I've seen many dudes make videos about him and all that, but yet all they're saying is they want to be him. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's another thing. It's kind of like, dissing Kevin it'll get you some views, sure, but if you're making content trying to put somebody else down, and you're not as big as them, what does that say about you? So what I'm saying is, like, if you want to critique Kevin, that is fine. But when you see certain content creators trying to call him a flamingo and stepping out of line, It just means that you know, like my homie O'Shea says, you're a bum. Because for you, what you're trying to do is you're trying to tear somebody down to uplift yourself. That's sucker shit. Only suckers do that. Real men don't do that. Real men don't have to tear another black man down or another man down, period. I don't care if black, white, whatever race you are, it doesn't matter. But real men don't have to do that. You're trying to tear somebody down so you can build yourself up because you want to be in their position. That's what women do.
Exactly. And you know, that's the problem in the black manosphere now. Every time you see a successful content creator, the first thing people want to do is throw hate. What are you throwing hate for? If anything, that should inspire you. That's what inspired me. Because when I found you guys, I found you through a recommendation after watching the Donovan Sharp video. And I'm like, yo, okay, you know what? I can get behind this and I can
Wait, which
resonate with
video?
it.
Which was the first video you saw, bro?
The first video, the first video I saw was the NoFap. Like, I saw the NoFap video you posted, and then I was like, I went down the rabbit hole on your channel, and I was like, yo, okay, you know what? This dude and I can relate because I'm a big anime nerd too, so I understand. And Naruto is one of my favorite animes, you know.
Wait, can I say something about that, Zenyi, real quick? I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm glad you brought that up because nobody in the black manosphere was talking about anime before me, bro. That's a fact. Nobody. Tell me who was talking about anime before me. I made anime review videos. They're still up 2 years ago. Who in the black manosphere, who's really done that? You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
And so I know a lot of people are like, oh, SoloTv is a cornball. He's corny. But guess what? There are a lot of brothers out here that are watching anime. There are a lot of brothers out here that like rock and roll music. There are a lot of brothers out here that are doing things that are not quote unquote blackety black. They're out here. They like hiking and yoga and sushi and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, like, I represent those black men, bruh, that are not considered blackety black. I represent the brother that is not, you know, conventional. And I think that that's being dismissive that, oh, you like anime, you like watching cartoons. No, like I like to do fun stuff, but my bad, Zen. I really have to get it in because a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of subsector out there of men who are into that stuff, man. And they get shamed for it or looked at as lames when in reality we're refined.
Exactly. Like me, you gonna listen, man. I watch anime. Hell, I even collect weapons, fam. So I completely understand. And I even play video games. I even have a playlist of me playing Bloodborne content and me discussing how to become high value over that gameplay. So I completely understand what you're saying about that. I always hear these, oh yeah, you're not high value, you play video game. Okay, I see your point, but unless you're completely obsessed about it, you can do it on your off time. It's nothing wrong with that, but don't make it a habit every 5 seconds. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whenever I come onto your streams, I always see that you got your Naruto in the background, but you're always doing something. So whenever I make videos, only time I make videos when I know I've completed something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm just gonna sit down all day and not do anything because it doesn't feel right to me. It feels weird, you know?
Right. And another thing I want to say is it's kind of like, you know, and a lot of people don't realize it, but like I was talking to a homie yesterday and he's like, bro, you're so comfortable in front of the camera. And I was like, yo, bro, I've been like doing this for a while. It takes a while to get there. But, you know, I don't really care if people think I'm a lame for liking anime. And I don't really care. And people, you know, it's funny, Zenyi, people thought I was a scammer 3 years ago when I was talking about cryptocurrency. Now everybody's talking about cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, you look for trends, right? You look for that. But hold on, let me read the super chats and then we'll get right back on topic. Shout out to Greg Harper. Hey, salute to you, Mr. Harper. I think you entered the contest as well, but you didn't win, so I'm sorry. But he dropped $5. Salute from Team Tipsy Tulips.
Salute, fam.
Alton Prayer with the $20 super chat says, I'm currently working my butt off to become high value. No room for excuses, bro. Winners win and losers complain.
Facts.
Larry McCall with the $2 super chat says, love your work, bro. Keep being a great leader. Thank you. And I think that the main important part of being high value, and I think this is where black men, where we lose Zenny, is these dudes just want to be high value to get coochie, bro. That is like
Come
the
on,
lowest level.
man.
You don't even have to be high value to get coochie.
Man, listen, listen, man. You don't even listen. You don't even need money to get coochie. It's not hard. It's not hard. All you need is if you want to be completely honest, all you need is a mouthpiece. You can literally talk yourself into cheeks anytime you want to if you have a mouthpiece. Okay, if you really want to talk about it. But these dudes want to get high value. They want to blow off their resources for some peace leave, as Coach Greg Adams would say. It's not worth it. It's not. And to be honest, that's all a woman can offer you. Yes, she can add value to your life after she was been vetted and trained and such. But before then, she can't do that. And a lot of dudes get these pussy blockers on their eyelids and they think, oh, I gotta get it, I gotta have it. You don't get points by sitting there and sleeping with a whole bunch of chicks and you got nothing to show for it. You sleeping with a whole bunch of chicks, but you still living in your mama's house and you got rent due. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally do it. And shout out to my homie Minister Jap in the building.
Oh,
what up, Jap?
Jap?
See you in the building. Shout out to Jap. Yeah, Red Six the Blues. I got the email. I'll holler at you, man. I got you. I got you. And here's the thing about this high value, right? Because people are so upset. Listen, bro, Minister Jab is a high value dude. Like I talk to Minister Jab behind the scenes. But what I'm saying is nobody is saying like, well, cats be like, yo, man, I'm high value because I'm going out to this fancy restaurant today, or I'm high. You know what I'm saying? If you're high value, your lifestyle will reflect that.
Of course.
Your character will reflect that. How you move as a person. You know what? There's a lot of like sucker stuff that goes on, even in YouTube in this world, right? And how you stand, as Steve the Dean would say, how you stand on your square as a man will reflect that. And there's some people that can be bought, and to me, that's not high value, man. I mean, if somebody can say, "Yo, Solo, I'll give you $50,000 if you join the Illuminati." I mean, come on, you know what I mean? So when we look at this is a conversation I find very interesting because when I watched your video, I didn't even like you took it to a different point that I didn't even think about, to the spiritual perspective. Now, why do you think as soon as we start talking about, spiritual things, being better men, being edified in the spirit, right? Following the scripture, if that's what, you do, why do you think people get so defensive or dismissive?
The reason why is because when you go to the spiritual aspect, there are no filters in the spirit. You see yourself in your purest form. You see the best qualities, and then you see your demons. And these demons are in high definition. This is why your spirit has to be high value first, because when you look at yourself in your spirit, in that spiritual mirror, you see everything in HD, all your shortcomings, all your missteps, you see all of that. And if you don't correct it, you can't say you're high value, because what goes on in the inside reflects on the outside. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. And I mean, I'm listening to this, right? And you said about try God, right? And some people might listen to this and laugh, like whatever. But I think that if everybody's honest, even in the chat, they'll have a moment where maybe, God pursued that individual through a person, right? Because, God puts people in your life, right? But I find it interesting because remember earlier, Xenia, I was telling you when I was in my early 20s, I was in a desperate situation, right? And I had prayed for 4 hours. And literally right after that, the devil threw all the coochie in my way, and I was hitting it. But guess what? No, you know what I'm saying? I was hitting it, but guess what? I didn't realize it at the time, but I probably realize it now. All that bunker bustering I was doing, I probably had squandered my blessing that was in store for me.
People say, yo, you got to wait for your blessings. No, you got to work for it. God won't open up the windows of heaven to you and bless you with your blessings unless she see that you putting in the work. Like, for example, and let's look at it like this. How can you get to work if you're just sitting in your car? You're not going anywhere. The car's not on, the key's not in the ignition, you're just sitting there. But if you actually turn on the car and start going and start driving, then you'll be able to get where you go, you'll be able to get where you're going. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And I think that when we talk about this, I want people to keep an open mind because some
Mm-hmm.
of us are spiritual. And I'll be honest, man, it's a battle sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle sometimes. I was watching an old interview that O'Shea did with Sinful the P. Salute to Sinful the P.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to hear a mouth, Sinful the P has the best mouthpiece on YouTube. There's nobody that can tell me different. Oh, listen, Sinful the P. Listen, if you guys, your favorite dating coaches, Sinful the P puts them to shame, bro. I got to keep it real. Sinful the P's mouthpiece is cold. But I was watching Sinful the P, and he was talking about how when he first, before he got into the game, how he was so full of fire for God, right? And
Mm-hmm.
how he would avoid even talking to women because he didn't want to fall into temptation, right? And then as soon as he had a falling out in the church, and then it was just kind of like, temptation after temptation. And I think people have to realize it. Like, think about it. Why is it that every time you try to make an effort in your life to really, really do well and really do good and really, take your best foot forward, and then you're really serious about it, then all of a sudden, the girl that has been curving you, now she calling you, talking about she want to do the nastiest things, or now all of a sudden, like,
Yeah.
you getting all these like temptuous offers, man. I don't know how to explain it, but
Not you no, actually, I can actually help you clarify that right now. And the reason why is because whenever you see, whenever a man is on his purpose and he's deep rooted in God, God will allow Satan to come in and tempt you just to prove Satan wrong. Like, okay, yeah, you can throw stuff at him, but he's not gonna fold. You feel me? You can go ahead, do what you gotta do, fam. I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you rock. But just know that this one right here, he ain't going nowhere. And guess what? And when it does happen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna make a video about this too. What a lot of dudes gotta understand is when that happens, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because the moment you get comfortable, it will kill your spirit immediately. And a lot of dudes don't understand that. They really don't. And this is why even Kevin said it on one of his IG lives, if I'm not mistaken. He said, you got to get comfortable because comfort kills. You got to get uncomfortable to the point where you're always moving. You know how if you go sit down on the couch and if something don't feel right, you automatically adjust and you won't stop moving until you're comfortable again. You got to start doing that.
right,
It's a funny analogy, but it's true.
right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is SoloTv 84 here with Zenyi. You guys make sure to subscribe to this brother. This is an impromptu interview. By the way, Zenyi, I got to leave in about 10 minutes, man. I'm supposed to go to an engagement, but let me read the super chats here first. Out and Pray with the $5 super chat says, great show. I'm getting even more amped to get out there and get it. Just listening to you guys. Appreciate you, man, with the $5 super
Appreciate
chat.
you, out in prayer.
Yeah, Alton Prayer has been dropping donations the whole show, man. I appreciate that, bro. Shout out to Captain Cisco with the $5 super chat. Says, I've been trying to tell these guys to stop having sex until marriage. Practice sexual transmutations. I get laughed at. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of sexual transmutation. That's one
I
of the
am
reasons
too.
I practice no fap, and now I'm practicing semen retention. And yeah, the succubus doesn't like that. She came for me a couple days ago, bro, and I messed up, man. She came for me a couple days ago, bro.
It happens, fam. It
That
happens.
succubus, bro. Yo, that succubus, man. She's conniving, man. You know what I'm saying? And see, people think like when you have these sexual dreams, right, Zenyi? People think, oh, you're just having a sex dream. No, bro, you're not just having a dream, bro.
No, not at all.
A
It's
dream.
more, and you know what? That's what people fail to understand. You gotta fight even in your sleep. because that's when they'll come for you when they think you're resting.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. But I'll definitely make more videos on this. Also, thank you for having me on, Solo.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Definitely
For
appreciate it.
sure. Yo, Spiritual Logic was good, bro. I see you
Hey,
in the chat.
what's up, Spiritual Logic? I subscribe to him too. His videos are fire.
Yeah, Spiritual Logic. I got a lot of respect for him for doing that. You know, he does fire shows. But yeah, like I said, guys, I do have to get going. This was a quick impromptu show. I wasn't even planning on doing a show. I was just announcing it, and you know, I'm always here supporting content creators, man. You feel me? But I feel like at the end of the day, with this high value, man, you got to start valuing yourself, value your time, value. You got to really start valuing who you are. What do you value? What are you putting your time in, your energy in? Start really valuing yourself because, like Sinful the P said, shout out to Sin. But when you start valuing yourself and then it transfers into your lifestyle, then other people will have to value you too. And that's one of the reasons I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to the brother when he was talking about, yo, we got to hang out. Yo, I have no problem with that. But if you want to hang out with me, you got to break me over some bread because my time is too valuable. Because guess what? People pay me, bro. People pay me to do consolidative work with them. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, not just in YouTube, but outside of YouTube. You know what I mean? So how valuable is your time to you? How do you value yourself? But value is not just derived from material possessions. That's the mistake. Value is who you are as a man. Your foundation, like Zenyi said. And if your foundation is not great, then you know it'll crumble. It'll crumble. It's very important for people to understand that what you stand upon as a man is very important. But see, a lot of people, I've noticed, especially on YouTube, having dealt with some people, is that, you know, they only stand on money, and which is cool. If you like money, I'm not knocking it. Money helps get you out of certain situations. But what about if you don't have the money? See, you still see. I'm me regardless, bro. Whether I'm rich or not, I'm gonna be me. That's what a man does. You feel me? And some people will switch up when they get the money. See, a cat asked yesterday on the stream, how much money do I need to start hitting hot chicks?
I saw that. I shook my head. Honestly, I did.
You know what I mean? So it's very important that when we talk about this high value, to me, it's more based on your mindset, your character, and yeah, the money is important, right? But I think that if you are a high value person, it transfers to your lifestyle. Have you ever seen a person that he may not be rich, but everybody knows him, everybody likes him. Every time people want to be around that person because he's got positive vibes. He knows how to make people feel good. You feel me? Yesterday we went out, my boys, we went out, and you know what I'm saying? One of my boys, I just saw him dancing, having fun, and he's always that dude, no matter what. He's always got a smile on his face, no matter what. He can be with, you know, dancing with two girls, it don't matter, or by himself. He's always having fun. And that's one of the reasons why people gravitate towards him, because he's such a positive person and he uplifts you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're feeling down, he'll be like, yo, you all right? You know, give you like, you know, just like that. And I think that a lot of people don't realize it, but sometimes it's the little things that make you a high value person that we take for granted that certain people may exhibit. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
I think that in regards to this, the spiritual aspect, I think it's very important that people don't play, especially in these days of a lot of uncertainty.
Exactly. And just like my grandfather would tell me, if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything.
Facts.
So,
Well, Zenny, I appreciate you coming on, bro. Any final words, bro? You know,
I appreciate you for having me on, and I'll be definitely making more videos later on today. But again, I appreciate you. You guys be blessed, and you guys have a wonderful day.
all right, we out. Everybody have a happy Labor Day. Please don't drink and drive. And we out. Peace.